In 1999, I left the Faroe Islands as a Bible-believing Christian to study theology in Denmark. I came from a conservative Christian background. My friends urged me to attend similar environments in Denmark, places with a similar foundation to my own beliefs. But despite their warnings, I also had to study at the university, where critical discussions about faith were everywhere. At university, I encountered new perspectives. Professors urged me not just to believe, but to think critically. In study groups, I heard things that challenged my faith, like when a student told me, "You shall not believe, but know." In the conservative environment in Denmark, I began to feel that something was amiss. They didn't critically examine the Bible like we did at the university. As I spent time in this dichotomy, my doubts grew. I began to question figures like Martin Luther and the Bible's stance on certain issues, for example, about women and homosexuality. I no longer felt comfortable with the oppressive messages I once accepted without question. For example, in 2005, during a debate on homosexuality, I found myself defending biblical views that were very oppressive towards homosexuals. This shocked me afterwards. At another occasion, a man in a Christian debate group that we had sent a letter that contained a Bible quote that more or less said, "You're the devil." This also shocked me. It was then that the weight of my internal conflict became unbearable. One night, a beggar on the streets of Copenhagen threatened me with the devil, claiming I would die that night. His words echoed in my mind, because at one time I believed in supernatural beings. In the same vein, that threatening Bible quote choked me, because I believed back then. During this crisis, I entered a dark night of the soul that led to a profound moment of clarity. In that moment, I let go of everything I had believed. I embraced a new way of thinking: science, reason, and empirical evidence. In reality, those spiritual threats had been unverifiable delusions. It was as if a veil had lifted. The peace that came with rejecting this spiritual kind of knowing through soothsayers, visions, and unverifiable phenomena felt like a new beginning, even if it was just the beginning of my journey. Now, as I reflect on this journey, I realize how much I've changed. From the conservative Christian I once was, to someone who seeks truth through critical thinking. This journey of doubt has reshaped my entire worldview. It hasn't been easy, but it's been worth it.